The best high school basketball coverage. This is Hoops Madness.
Hi, good evening, everybody. Welcome back to another edition of Hoops Madness Overtime. I'm Alan Harwell. Aside me, as always, is Jeff Duproff. Are you doing all right tonight?
I'm doing good. How about yourself,
You had
Alan?
an incredible game.
I did. We'll get to that.
I can't wait, but we have a lot of games tonight we want to talk about, and tell us about it real
Yeah,
quick.
so we have Flower Bluff taking on Victoria East. That was over in Rockport Fulton by district round of 5A playoffs. They're number 19 in state. That was going to be a good game, and look for Flower Bluff to make a run, so we have highlights from that. Then Aransas Pass and Odom for 29-3A, the title on the line. If Odom wins, they get the title. If AP were to win, they would tie for first. And the Miller versus Moody. Moody just needs to win to stay alive. Miller wins, and they can have a tie for first place in 35A. Lots of action to show tonight, including a lot of full screen scores.
Yeah, without a doubt. We're looking forward to it. There's no surprise the Flower Bluff girls basketball team is in the playoffs one more year. You can always count on that year in and year out. And let's head over now to their big game tonight. And this is a game against Victoria East. And this is Haley Campbell, who scores and draws a foul. Haley, of course, has already signed to play for the Islanders next year. She is one of the best players in all of South Texas. Megan Bazan is pretty good, too. Look at her. Hits the corner three. And then it's a good defense by Victoria Zakin. And then the parry on the steal and the layup. This game was actually close early on. And then watch Sophie Campbell. The floater, it's good. And then Jade Treasure is then going to hit the three. Again, close early, but Bluff would pull away in the second half. They win, and they win big. Final score, 63-35. Lady Hornets, no surprise here, live to play another day. So the World Heavyweight Championship on the line tonight in Korea tonight.
Yes.
And it lived up to the billing.
Oh, my goodness. So we looked at this game, too. It was 3 weeks ago. Odom versus Aransas Pass. They're both ranked in top 25 in the state. The last time they played at Odom, Odom took care of business. Aransas Pass, 9 sophomores. It's a team right now that is young. They're going to be good in the future, but good this year. Let's check out these highlights. Look, I showed up in the fourth quarter after the Victoria East game, and it was 19-17. Let's fast forward. 31-26 in the fourth quarter, 30 seconds left. Christian Leal hitting the three-pointer from the corner, cuts the lead to 2. After Odom misses their free throws, Leal down low to the big man, Sam Chapman, puts it in. We're going to overtime. They go on a 7-2 run in 45 seconds to tie this thing up. And now to start overtime, an air ball here, but Sam Chapman, man, he and Jared Gentry down low, they're the two big towers in the paint. Now Chapman back to Christian Leal, long 2 foot on the line. It looks like it's all going to Aransas Pass in overtime, but Matthew Ramirez, man, he is good, Alan. He can shoot the three, and he does it there. Swish. And then right here, a miss. This is with down 2, and they're blocked. They're down 4. Spencer Bigner is not blocked, but watch this. A technical foul called for excessive celebration. Now down 2. A miss by Joshua Martinez, and put back in. Man. Spencer Bigner to tie the game. To double overtime we go. To start it off, Jared Gentry. He's big, but he can shoot. Makes the 3 there out of the gate, but Matthew Ramirez says, I can do it better. Hitting the 3, making it a tie game. Now they're down 1. Ramirez again, ice in his veins. 2-point game now. And then Aransas Pass, Jonathan Trevino tying it up. We're tied at 44 with 25 seconds left right here. Matthew Ramirez trying to find something, dribbles, loses the ball, goes for the layup, no good, but on the rebound, Matt Hernandez. No time remaining. Odom wins. 46-44, they win the district title in unbelievable fashion. That might be our game of the year, Alan.
I think it is, and it's a big game, and both teams, of course, will go to the playoffs. But wow, man, it just goes to show you, on any given night, you just never know.
Unreal. They went from a 7-2 run to tie it in overtime. Then the technical foul for excessive celebration keeps Odom alive. You never know when it's over. It's unreal.
And Moody tonight, they were trying to play the spoilers role against Miller. Miller, of course, began the night tied with Ray for first place in 35A district. So if both teams win tonight, they would share the district title. So the Trojans hosting Miller. And again, the Trojans just trying to somehow get some magic tonight. And here we go. And early on, it was all Miller. This is Malik Sanders to J.D. Reed. And J.D. with the easy lay-in. Hey, if it works once, why not keep doing it? This time, Sanders finds Raheem Ned for the easy lay-in. But Moody played inspired basketball tonight. This is a good team. They lost some really close games this year. Jason Ramirez, long pass to Elijah Howard, who knocks it home. And the Trojans get the job done. They upset Miller 55-53. Ray won tonight, so that means that Ray wins the outright championship. And, wow, Miller will be the #2 team. And then we'll talk more about what happens to King. They're in, but what happens next, we'll talk about that here in just a couple of minutes.
Yeah, I mean, that's huge. Good for Moody finishing it off on a high note. Miller and Ray, we were talking coin toss, whether or not they're going to play that game. They needed to finish the season. They slip up short, but 1 and 2 seed, still a good spot to start the playoffs.
Yeah, without a doubt. All right, let's check our scoreboard tonight. Of course, a whole lot going on. Veterans Memorial girls talking about playoffs here as they begin their first-round action tonight. Win in Alice. There's your final score, 65-48.
Now looking over West Oso, Cheryl Fillmore's team hitting the playoffs, #8 in the state, 44-31 over La Feria.
All right, speaking of girls high school basketball playoff, look at Santa Gratuitous Academy. Wow, they've got another great.
Points.
It is. They're so good, and they win big over Santa Rosa, 97-15. I have a feeling we'll be covering those girls for several weeks to come.
I think we will. Down to 2A, Port Aransas girls fall just short against Shiner, 42-39. A good season for the Marlins, though, nonetheless.
Yeah, without a doubt. All right, again, we talked about Ray. They clinched the outright championship, beating Victoria West 56-41. They're going to have a big-time trophy presentation tomorrow at the school. We'll talk more about that on Chris 6 Sports tomorrow night at 6 o'clock.
And here's the game we were referring to earlier. King gets a big win over Victoria West, 65-44. With that, they clinch a playoff spot. Not sure what seed. We'll talk about that in a little bit. King, great season for the Mustangs.
Yeah, they have come on strong without a doubt. Boys basketball tonight, this is a regular season game. This is a big one, right?
Big one. London gets the win, 55-42. We did get word, though, senior Grant Glasson, their big man down low, out for the year, torn ACL.
Wow, boy,
really hurts, but this team has enough talent to make a playoff run.
All right. And, of course, don't forget tomorrow night, Islanders basketball returns to KDF television. I'll be there along with Stephen King. We'll have the broadcast beginning at 7 o'clock. They're going to play host to Sam Houston State, the league-leading Sam Houston State, 11-0. They've won 12 in a row, and they're primed for a big upset tomorrow night. And we'll have it for you at 7 o'clock on KDF TV. All right, we talked about 35A. Here's the situation right now. All right, we know that Ray's the district champion.
Yes.
Miller's the #2 team. So right now we have a tie for third between Calhoun and King. They will actually play that out on Friday night. Not sure of a location. We've heard rumors it could be Ingleside. We'll have to confirm that tomorrow. But they will play for the #3 and the #4 positions. Vets Moody wind up tied for 5th place.
Yeah, Moody, I mean, like I said, great season. They fall just on the outside looking in. King and Calhoun, what do you make of that, playing that extra game? Do you think it's worth the risk? I mean, obviously 3 or 4 seed. 1 and 2 seed, you're a little safer because you play a lower seeded team to start. But the 3 and 4 seed, that's a tougher path.
It's a much tougher path. It's better to be the #3 team than the #4 team. And you don't want to play the district champion coming out of the opening round of the playoffs.
Yes, and that 4 seed will play Laredo Martin, and that team is good.
They're a team that could make the Final Four.
Oh,
this
absolutely.
Year.
All those Laredo teams, 6A included, are fantastic.
Without a doubt. So that's the situation tonight. It's been another wonderful night of basketball. Again, the game of the year played tonight over in Aransas Pass, where Odom wins on the last-second shot in double overtime.
Unreal.
Congratulations to the Odom Owls. Glad you were there.
I know. I showed up. I was in from that Flower Bluff girls game, and it was low scoring. Showed up in the 4th, and it went on for, it almost went to triple overtime.
Could have happened. All right, that's the show for tonight. Thanks again for tuning in to another edition of Hoops Madness. We're here every Tuesday and Friday night. We are so glad you were able to tune in this evening. We'll see you next time. Alan Harwell and Jeff Dubroff on Hoops Madness Overtime next Friday night. We'll see you then.
The best high school basketball coverage. This is Hoops Madness.